All right, welcome back, boys. Today is what is today? Today is Tuesday, May 13th, 2025, and I hope everybody is having a fantabulous, fantastic, and wonderful Tuesday. As always, I am Addy, and I am here to do some coding. So let's just jump right into it. I don't even want to have any fanfare. I don't want to have any introductions. But in case this is your first time here or a new time, most of the information about the project that we're working on can be found in the description right down here. And if you're listening to this on a mobile stream, you can also find the desktop stream. So if you're on a mobile stream, if you're listening on the mobile stream, but you happen to be on the desktop, come join us over at the desktop stream for a much better listening experience for everyone, not just for me, but also for you. So I hope everybody is doing great. I had a little bit of downtime. I'm kind of getting addicted to this streaming thing. So my wife, she's actually bettering herself because she's just generally a good person. So she's downstairs working out, and my fat self is up here with you people right now with nobody. But hopefully we'll have a couple of people join the chat room as we get going. We got to, it usually starts off slow, and then before you know it, Razman's in here, Not Sure's in here. Who knows? But again, this is an unannounced stream. I think I announced it 5 minutes before I came on. So, maybe the big time YouTubers can pull that off, but not me. Not this kid. No sirree. All right. So I wanted to work a little bit more on the mechanics for picking things up and maybe dropping them down, maybe even wielding them as a weapon. I do have a little bit of code that I need to pull down because I made some changes probably about a half hour ago down on my laptop. So let's go ahead and get those changes into the fold. Actually, let me check because that guy Michael is very he does pull requests. Oh my God, there's 2 pull requests. Okay, they're both open in friendly NPC menu sizing. I thought, well, I want to talk about. Well, I'm not going to, Michael. If you listen to this, I'm not going to merge this. Let me see. I'm not going to merge this just yet. The NPC interaction menu doesn't really use the same pattern that the items use, and I want to change the NPC interaction code to I am wording this terribly. So basically what this is he's made a change to the interaction menu. Well, maybe I can just go ahead and merge it. Let me look at it. It's literally just in game Unity. All right, I'll go ahead and merge this. What did I say when I started off? I was like, okay, I bet that guy Matthew's done like 3 PRs. Okay, so he's done 2. So he's disappointed me. I thought he would for sure have had 3, but he's only done 2. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. The thing about this is I'm not sure it's worth spending a lot of time on the friendly NPC menu sizing because, like I said, that menu is going to change. Player hierarchy and equipped item improvements. All right, what do we got here? New function to set equipped item. Equipped item now set. Okay, there's 5. Oh, this is a big change. Equipped item now set to target transform parent position and rot reset. Or maybe that's a typo. Or maybe rotation reset. Okay, separated player visuals and logic. This allows us to keep player object scale to 1. As before, preventing scaling issues when equipping items. Okay, so I guess what that means is that if you had scaled the player, then the item would have scaled with it. Added a dropped item function. Okay, so I wanted to do that. Rusty knife prefab is now 1 object. Rigid body on root collider. I've left the action input dropping an item up to you. So the added dropped item. Okay, so what did he change here? Let's look at this. Set equipped. So I don't like this. Well, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Why wouldn't you just? So this is a little nitpicky thing. This is a little bit of a nitpicky thing. Like, why wouldn't you just use the set Why wouldn't you use C Sharp's built-in set functionality? Because you're able to define functions with this. I think it's better to just stick with that. I feel like setter functions don't make a lot of sense in C Sharp. And I remember that was something like back when I was doing C Sharp quite regularly. But I'm sure I'm curious to know what he added to this set. Okay, so that's completely different. I'm not too worried about that. The game Unity, this is going to tell me nothing just by looking at this. So let me just scroll past that. Okay, so equip item. What did he do? So we got equipped item. So yeah, this. I mean, I guess I get it. I feel like in C Sharp, you don't really want to have setters because assignment is a setter in C Sharp. You can actually you can do it in C++ too, though you generally don't. But you could override the setter in C Sharp. And that's kind of like why it's there. I forget what kinematic means. Oh, is that like how things move? I might just go ahead and merge this and change it. I do kind of wish that he had left the drop. So this is a weird thing, right? This is like where I start to feel a little insecure and want to take and like feel a little bit of ownership. But this is my own ego, which I actively have to keep in check, right? It's my own ego. It's like, no, I wanted to write that. No, I wanted to do that. But it's okay. It's okay. This is a group effort. Everybody, we're all on the same team. As I have to remind myself constantly at work, we're all on the same team. It's okay. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and merge this. Now, I'm wondering if there will be any. No, there probably shouldn't be any merge conflicts. Let's take a look. Oh wait, let me go back here. GitHub would tell me if there's going to be merge. Oh, yeah. This branch has conflicts that must be resolved. So the prefab and the meta, I don't know why that would have conflict. And game Unity. Okay. So I made a couple of changes and then I merged your other PR and now this has merge conflicts. And I'm not about to debug merge conflicts in game.unity. I'll just put a smiley face just to let them know that, you know, I am not too proud. I am not that proud of a guy. All right. Now, there is one other thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to look on Twitch because somebody told me that because I guess last night I had a few listeners on Twitch and somebody mentioned it was like, hey, your Twitch topic for your channel, it's set to politics. So let's see if I can figure out how to change that. Okay, there I am. There I am live. That looks good. Yo, buddy, nice game, bud. I'm also a streamer. I would like us to be friends and play together sometimes. Add me up to Discord. Yeah, sure. I'm sure that is not spam at all. But I need to figure out how to change. Let's see, creator dashboard. So I guess that you are able to set the type of stream you do, like let's see, community content. Would it be under settings, maybe? Stream. Okay, so there's stuff, audio warnings, VOD. Is there anything about exclude categories? No. Is there anywhere where I can define my own categories? Channel, moderation. Let me see. Golden Cheese is in the mobile chat. Says hi. Hi, Golden Cheese. If you are on desktop, you should be able to find it. You know what? I'm going to add a link to the desktop stream on here. MXN is in the chat room again. It says Hinlo. Hello, MXN. Hello, Golden Cheese. If you are on desktop and would like to join us over there, there is the link. I'm going to actually let me do this. Here is a link to the desktop stream, and then let me put that in there, and let me go ahead and pen that message. All right. So I'm looking through Twitch, and I'm trying to figure out because somebody told me that the topic of my stream is set to politics. So I want to change that, and I don't know where to change that. Now, I could ask Google where to change it, but what fun would that be? I would think it would be here, about. Maybe the guy was messing with me. Maybe it doesn't exist. Let's ask Grok. I love asking Grok for miscellaneous questions. Okay. Someone told me that my Twitch streams topic was set to, or like that my Twitch streams account topic was set to politics. Where do I change that? Let's see if AI can discern what I am talking about. That might be a tall order. Log into Twitch Creator Dashboard. Go to Stream Manager. Okay, perfect. Got it. All right. Go to Stream Manager. Edit Stream Info. Okay, let's see. Easy. Okay, there's my beautiful face. Okay. There's my chat. Aiden, TTTV says, what's up? What's up, Aiden? How's it going? I'm trying to figure out where I can edit stream info. There we go. Oh, look at, okay, there's that. Politics. So that's where we would have set the category. Is there, I'm sure they're going to call it coding. Coding day. What about live coding? Is that a thing? No? Programming. Programming factory, basic programming. What is this stuff? Robot programmer, Solomon programmer. What if I just have no category? What if I change? Even mods can change that for you, but it's set to politics right now. I'm just going to set it to none. Done. I don't get a lot of Twitch traffic, like very rarely any. All right, I'm going to nuke that. So actually, and I need to like actively pay attention to the chat. No cat would just be talking. No cat would. I think you're making reference to my cat, to my cat avatar. All right, let's get back to things. Let's see. Let's get back to this. All right, so we were not able to merge Matthew's latest. I'm distracted. We were not able to merge Matthew's latest PR. This is one I think I already merged. Yeah, pull request successfully merged. Okay. So what we're going to do, what I want to do now is I want to put this knife inside. Well, not that one, actually. I think I started to do this downstairs, but I kind of gave up on it. So it is very, very difficult. I find it real, like if I place an item. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to go down to the rusty knife. This is a prefab. And then if I put it there, like I really can't tell where it's at. Is it on? Like I can't tell if it's like if it's legitimately in front of me or not. Oh, wait a minute. I go down here. Okay, there. I think that's in front of me. No, I lost it. I completely lost it. Where did it go? Okay, it's right there. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Whoa. Not that. No, I want to move it. I want to move it back and forth a little bit. Like, I would expect it to go into the cabinet, but is it? Okay, wait a minute. Let me come over here. I get so lost. I get so lost in the scene. I literally cannot tell where this knife is because I don't think it's right there. It looks like it's right in front of me. Whoa, wait a minute. All right. No. Over here. Okay. All right. I think. Let me see if I put it through the wall. No. See, I would expect it to like. Oh my God! This. How do people work in this? How do you do that? Okay. Okay. All right. I am going to assume the knife is in front. Okay. Wait. Matthew said I could click this. No, maybe not. Okay, that just completely... Matthew didn't tell me that. And now this is... Okay, I screwed everything up. No. Let me... If I... No. Okay. I am... And then... Did I put I put a rigid body on the knife, so it should fall onto the counter when the game starts. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's just start the game, run inside, and see what we see. We'll have to see what we see. You can use the gizmo in the top right corner to change your viewpoint on the axis. No, that was right. Okay, so I was right. So I did it. I did it. MXN, is that... Are you the same MXN that's over on YouTube? Oh my God, it's like double MXN. All right. So let's see. All right. I'm going to run inside. I thought I was. Oh, okay. My hands weren't on the right place. Okay, let's go up here. And there's no knife. Oh, wait. Look at that. Okay. That's good. That's good. All right. So that's something. Now, All right. So it did fall. It looks like it did fall. Over here. Over here. Okay. Easy. Okay, so the game should start with the players inside the building. I only have them out here for like testing purposes. I think what I want to do... Let's go through the building. Come back over here. I'm going to leave my... You ever seen... I mean, you guys are all pretty young, but... well... I shouldn't say that. I have no idea how old you are. I just assume that you guys are pretty young. So I don't know if any of you have seen the movie. There was 2001, A Space Odyssey, and then there was the sequel 2010. Is that what it was? 2010 was the sequel. But they had like these big things here, like those things, like they had the big monoliths or whatever they were. That's what this cell phone model reminds me of. 2010, was it 2010 A Space Odyssey? Okay, 2001 A Space Odyssey. And that's the old film, even by my standards, that's the old one. And then there was a sequel, which was 2010? Sequel. Reception. Surely they talk about the sequel somewhere. Oh, yeah, 2010 Odyssey 2. And then I think there was even like a third one, wasn't there? Yeah, 21. Oh, there's 2061. The opening chapters of 2061. So who knows what's happened there. And then there's another one, 3001, The Final Odyssey. That actually might be a book worth reading. The petabyte storage device containing Howman and other life forms is also infected with the virus. So this reminds me kind of one series that I have tried multiple times. I've tried multiple times to get into was Dune. So MXN, I know you're typing in on Twitch. I'm gonna pay attention over on YouTube. Just an FYI. But I have always wanted to get into not into YouTube. I've always wanted to get into Dune. Like I have tried to get into the Dune series. I tried reading the books when I was in high school, like 1,000 years ago. And it was so dense and so boring, I couldn't do it. It was the same case with The Hobbit, couldn't do it. And with Game of Thrones, couldn't do it. They are so, Dune was so dense. And it's like what happens when I'm reading a book that is that dense. I'm reading the words, but it just becomes this like mechanical thing where I'm reading the words, but I'm not taking the words in. So I don't, so I'm reading, even though I'm reading every word, I am not following what they're saying because I'm bored out of my mind. And so I've tried listening to the audiobook. The audiobook I kind of was able to kind of get into, but even that was still kind of boring. Like when I moved from Florida back here to Virginia, I had to drive, right? I drove from Florida to Virginia. Don't ever do this. Florida's just terrible for many reasons. The drive to Florida is one of them. But anyway, I was like, okay, I had like Dune, the audiobook, like ready to listen to. And I kind of got it. Not really. The other series that I really wanted to get into was The Expanse. And I really wanted to get, like, I really, because I love and that's the thing. I love the concepts of all these stories. Not so much The Hobbit, that's kind of dumb, and not so much Game of Thrones, that's kind of dumb, but I love the setting of Dune. Like, it's like 10,000, 15,000 years into the future, and like humanity's kind of populated the galaxy. Like, I love that setting. The Expanse is kind of the same thing, but more in a solar system scale. Like, it's about 100, 200 years into the future, and humanity has populated the solar system. I love that. I love the concept of it, but the execution is so dull and so boring. Oh my God. And so with Dune, what I ended up doing with Dune was I ended up reading all of the wiki pages. Every wiki page I could find on Dune, I read. I read every single wiki page. And I had a friend who was a big Dune fan, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't need to read it now. Like, I literally don't need to read it. And he was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, ask me anything, and I bet you I can answer it. And he tried giving me a trick question. He was like, okay, when we first see Paul, and we enter the room and to meet Paul, what is he looking at? Is he looking outside or is he looking at the door? And I was like, oh, he's looking at the wall. And my friend was like, you motherfucker, because I was right. Because at least I think it's been a while, but the point is like I felt like I had read Dune because I read every fan wiki, every wiki. I read everything about Dune, and then I kind of did the same thing with The Expanse. So I don't need to read it. I read the wiki pages. It's more my speed. All right. So what do we want to do? Let's do this. Let's put our player guy. Let's put him. Wait, what happened? Okay. Player guy. Player. Okay, click on that. Why? Where are my little 3 axes so I can move him around? Okay, no. Wait a minute. Okay. Why are my little 3 axes not popping up anymore? Okay, that widget's there. I like that widget. Not sure what that widget does. That's good. I literally don't know what I'm doing, but why do I not have, like, I used to be able to move him around. Why can I not? Oh, okay, let me see. Maybe there's something weird. Okay. So there's something weird going on with player. What did I do to player to deserve this? Like, why can't I move him around now? Like, if I click on the green guy, I can move him with these little arrows. But if I click on the player, I cannot. And I don't understand why. Where's my back scratcher? Huh. What did I do to him? Okay, what if I manually move him? Nah, that seems to work. Can I drag? No, I can't drag him. Oh, wait, what if I do this? No, that drags the scene. Okay. Can somebody in the chat? Okay, I can move. Why can I not move the player? What did I incidentally do such that I cannot move the player anymore? Here, I think all this green over here is the knife, I believe. And then it looks like I haven't done anything else, so I don't know. It's something with the IDE. Huh. Okay, that just turns 2D on. What is this? This is toggle audio on and off. Okay, that's fine. Like, literally, what? Okay, can I rotate him? I can't. Wait, okay, wait. Player? I can't rotate. It's like he's locked. Did I somehow lock him in place? No. Okay, I'm going to have to ask AI. Since there's literally nobody in chat, I'm going to have to ask AI about this. When I click on the player object in the hierarchy, and then I click on the crossbar arrows, I no longer see axis arrows to move the player object. However, if I click on other things, I do see the axis arrows. If I manually type in coordinates in the inspector, the player object moves, but I'm no longer able to drag him. What happens? All right, let's see if the AI can help me out at all here. Quiet night. All right, let's see. The player object is part of a prefab instance and is locked. I don't... Okay, this is caused by one of the game object or parent has a custom editor script. No. Tool handle is hidden. No. Layer or scene view filter is corrupted. Okay. Last resort. This is a little infuriating, I will say. I can no longer rotate him either. What happened? What happened, dude? Like, what the hell did I do? What did I do to deserve this? The game object is marked as static. No. The transform tool is hidden due to an incorrect tool mode. In the top left bar, check that the move tool, W, rotate E, and R is selected. You're not in the rect tool. Okay, wait a minute. W. Yeah, it's selected, man. You know, AI talks all the time about gizmos. I don't know, like, okay, toggle visibility of all gizmos. What the hell did I do? This is This is one of the things that I find most infuriating about programming in general, is when your tools fight against you. When you have to, like, fight with your tools in order to program. It is infuriating, because all you want to do is, like, work. You just want to program, but your tools are like, no. What if I quit? I'm just going to... I'm just gonna try quitting and coming back into Unity. I'm gonna see if that does anything. Like, no. All right, let's go over here. Another thing that I think is absolutely insane is that list that you just saw. The on-click handler is what opens up a new project as opposed to on double-click. I think that is an insane option. Yet another thing that just tells you that Unity was designed by a fucking project manager. All right, let's see. We got this working? I don't know what I did. If I turn him off, well, then I guess this is, let me see. If I make the object not active, then the axis arrows show up. I can move them, and then when I set the object to active, the player object is in the new location. Help. Didn't think you were streaming tonight. Just fix that merge conflict. No, I kind of decided not to. I'm glad you're here, though, Matthew. Maybe you can help me. The editor is not... Look, if I click on this green guy and I have the move tool, I can see these little arrows, right? If I click on the player, I don't see them. And then if I deactivate him, I see the arrows and I can move them. And then if I reactivate him, he's there. So what is that? I don't even know what that is. What is it? Is that a collider or something? But so I don't know what's going on. Like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? Most of all, whoa, no, I don't want to do that. What did I do to deserve this? I have no. Okay, what's AI saying? You have a script on the player that when the object is active is doing the following. Setting trend. No, it's not. No, it's not. Possibly enforcing reset behavior. No. Okay, maybe if I remove the components. Let's try that. Okay, remove that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Literally removed all of them and nothing changes that. Press the Y key with the player selected. That is weird behavior, though. All right, let me reset all of these. Turn all of those on. Okay, let's. Okay, player is selected. Let's press Y. Press Y, and I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. What in the F is going on? Okay, let's try. Let's merge Matthew's PR and see what that does. Let's see if that helps. I don't think it will, but let's try it anyway. All right, so we have no merge conflicts. Conflicts resolved. Player object is now prefab 2, which caused the conflict in the first place. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this first. I don't think I haven't done anything that will not be... I'm not going to cry about losing any of that. So let's just do this. All right, let's try that. Yeah, no, my wife is she's working out because, you know, she's smart, and I'm sitting up here sitting down because I'm not smart, and so I was like, you know what, I want to work on my game. I was also thinking about working on this new project, and I was like, well, maybe I could work on the new project on like days that I don't stream, and I could work on that, and then I could work on the game when I do stream. So, but okay, let's see. Let's see. This is some editor thing, obviously. WTF? And what happened to his eye? Oh, there it is. It's behind the camera. Is it? Oh, yeah. And the eyeball is really low. Did you look? Okay, let's try this. Let's duplicate him. Let's delete that one. Let's just see. No! The AI is useless. It's telling me. Okay, let me see. All right, let's just do a good old fashioned Google search. Unity, move tool no longer shows arrows in scene for selected object, but does for others. Let's see about that. Bottom right icons, maybe where you toggle the gizmos. Bottom right. No? Okay, wait a minute. My move gizmo has disappeared. I suddenly lost the move tool. Well, I didn't lose the tool. The widget, the gimbal, whatever you call it. The thing with the 3 arrows that lets me move objects around in the scene. I was working on my terrain for a while, and I was trying to move a mesh around. I moved it once, and then suddenly I couldn't move it again. The gizmo was gone from the move tool. Okay, so what do I want to do? What do you suggest? AI, wait, is it AI navigation? No. Cameras. Orientation. Okay, so that's that one. Oh. Well, that's kind of neat. Okay, so okay. All right, but let's put that. Okay, no. Okay. All right, so we had orientation. This one is search. Turn that off. This is the view options. It's a lot of options. Draw modes. Grid and snap. Tool settings and tools. I quit and restarted Unity, but the problem persists. I noticed error. Okay, but there is no. Okay. UI tool, right click UI toolkit live reload. I don't know if that's a thing here. Okay, this is super also worth trying. Right click the scene tab, remove it, then add it back. Yeah, thought I did that. Let's try that again. Well, it's a prefab, right? So I guess I should be able to just do this. And then did you put it in the prefabs folder? Player. No. Like, I can't move him up. Like, there's no... What in the... Right-clicking the main camera and then clicking on line brought it back. Okay, Windows... No. Let me see. Lost XYZ arrows in scene view Unity. I've lost the axis in the scene view and I'm having trouble... Okay. Press W. Yeah. No. Player. W. Like, literally anything else, I seem to be able to do that. So it's something about the player. And I'm curious. Hey, No, 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 no. I was going to say, hey, Matthew, pull down the latest master and see if it's doing it for you. But no, it has to be something with my editors. It has to be something on my Unity settings, because I just pulled down your code and merged it. It was doing it at the beginning of this stream. I don't know. Maybe try that. Try pulling down master and see if it's doing it for you, Matthew. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's local. What in the world? Okay. What in the Unity is happening? My editor doesn't have arrow. Okay, can't move scene. Okay, this is super frustrating. This is like incredibly frustrating. All right, but we're going to work with it, because what we're going to do, we're going to do something else. We're going. Well, first let's check out Matthew's changes. He said he added drop logic, but how do I drop? Interact menu. Is there a shortcut to drop? E to interact. Let's just look for drop. Drop equipped item. Okay, so we drop it. Well, where does that? Where and when does that get called? Oh, it doesn't get called. Did you just add the function but didn't actually call the function anywhere? Okay. All right. All right, let's pick this up. Oh, wait, I don't have anything. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go up here. And then, is it this apartment? I'm getting confused. Turn that light on. Okay, turn that on. Oh, you left that up to me. Okay. The camera is very low. Like, suddenly the main character is very short. He's very short. He's just a little guy. Maybe instead of moving the camera, maybe I'll scale him up a little bit. But the eye is in the middle of the body. Like, if I click on this, let me do this. No, not that. Let's go here. What the F? Oh my God. Literally, how do I use this? Like, now I feel like a boomer, like completely lost in my own game. Okay. Oh my God, this is infuriating. I'm like getting ready to just like, okay, boys, let's just start a new project. Like, I'm ready to abandon this one now. Okay. All right. I want to edit this prefab. That's what I want to do. So normally what I would do is I would click on this and then click open. And this is what I get. This is what I get. What is I You've got to be kidding me. Matthew says move the target camera position up. I don't know what that means. All right, let me see. You know, I call my mother pretty regularly. I call her probably... I can't zoom in anymore. I call my mom probably like 3 to 4 times a week, right? Like, I try to stay in touch. I try to... Oh. So what happens sometimes is I'll call my mother, and I always call her on FaceTime. And I'll call her on FaceTime, and she'll answer the phone, and I'll be on video, but her video will be like, it'll say like, you know, video not on or whatever it says, video off or video not selected, whatever it says. And I'm like, Mom, turn your camera on. She's like, but it's on. I turned it on. I'm like, no, you didn't. But I turned it on. I'm like, no, it's not on. Then she'll look, oh, it's not on. Okay, did this work? And I'm like, no. Okay, well, so we have to go through, every time I call her, I have to go through this process with my mother. That I feel like my mother right now with this. Like where is my player? Like, why can I not see the player model? Like, I don't understand what I'm looking at. Matthew says first person position transform. Okay. 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 Now we're cooking with fire. All right. Okay. So what I want to do... Well, wait. Everything's different now. That's the camera. What? Okay, there's his eyeball. Okay, let's just move that up a little bit. I have no idea what this is going to do, but let's try that. Okay. Okay, layout at the top right of Unity, select default. All right, are you... Okay, so let's run inside and see how tall he is now. Oh, actually, we don't have to go upstairs. We can go into one of these apartments. Just let ourselves in. Thank you very much. And we are still really short. We're still really, really short. Didn't I... Wait a minute. Let me do something else. I'm going to go inside. Okay. Okay. I think he's just short to begin with. Here's one thing you could do, Matthew, and I feel like you could probably do this in like 10 minutes. Let's have, it would be nice to have a key, maybe like the /. I have been programming for like a long time, a long time. And I still always forget which one's the forward and which one's the /. But what if we have a key like this / this one where that toggles free roaming camera? I think that would be cool. I feel like that's something I think that's something I could do in probably like 15, 20 minutes. I feel like that's something you could probably do in 5. Anyway, camera is set to the same position as first person position transform. It's a little low. Okay, so that's right, it is, isn't it? So I actually didn't edit the right thing. Oh, that's just like this starting camera. So this first, okay, yeah. Let's move this up here like that. Okay, let's see if that helps. But like a free camera would be a good debug feature. One thing I noticed, I remember I looked at this early on, is that Unity does not have like a concept of like a debug build versus a release build, which is weird because I distinctly remember C# having that. Like in C# you have that. It still feels low. What if I do this? It didn't do anything. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, let's try that. Oh. Maybe it didn't do anything because I needed the toggle camera again. Okay, this feels taller already. Yes. Okay, so but this is a little... maybe it's not. Maybe what I need to do, maybe the correct solution is to bring this back to the regular height and then scale him. But do I scale him in here? Or do I scale him in the scene? I guess I scale him in here, right? Like if I scale his Y, like let's just do 1.25. Like I still don't understand the relation between the like coordinate system, like yeah, I like the coordinate system. I'm guessing. Like, oh, wait a minute. Let me see. I can kind of. Okay, so since first person position is a child of player, the coordinates should be based on player. If 0, 0 is the top left hand corner, I guess. Wait, I guess I can. No. Okay, so 0, 0 is the middle of the object. I'm guessing. Yes. Okay, so 0. I guess. Yes. So if I scale him up a little bit, so he's a little bit, but okay, but what is the scaling relative to? That kind of confuses me. Okay, well, let me see. If I go in here, All right. He looks okay. This is a respectable height. He looks like, he looks like about 5'10", which is a completely respectable height for a man. And 5'10" is definitely a respectable height for a man. Okay. So let's just remember that. Scale the capsule under player visuals, which I think is what I did. Not the player object. Scale the capsule under player visuals, not the parent player object. Okay, now I don't know what that means. That way everything else doesn't get stretched. We could move the target positions inside the capsule and scale with it. I'm just going with what I have. I literally don't understand that first part. Scale the capsule under player visuals. Oh, wait. Oh, player visuals is this thing. Oh, okay. So what did I scale? Let's see. Local position. Okay, we're going to undo this one. We're going to undo that one. All right. Now let's go back. We got to reload everything. We have to reload. Isn't it going to reload? Reload. Don't you want to or did it? Okay. So scale this capsule is what you're saying. Okay. No. Let's see. I still want to know why I can't move him in the scene, though. Like, I don't know that I don't know what that's about at all. Okay, he looks tall. That's good. No, he doesn't. He looks short again. All right. That's good. But see, this tells me... I want the capsule to have a height of 1.8. That's what I want. So I guess I need to come up with a height for everything else that makes sense with the capsule's height 1.8. But I don't even, at this point, I'm not even sure how to know if the capsule has this height of 1.8. Like if I click on him, like he's position 1.8 and he's standing on the ground. So I guess that is... what's the issue you're having? I have lots of issues. Hey, you know what, Vacix, maybe you can help me with. Okay, I'm gonna delegate. I'm going to try and problem solve concurrently. You see this player object here? Why the fuck can't? What happened to my little arrows that move back and forth? Like if I click on this green guy, you see these arrows? I can move him. Everybody's happy. If I click on that player, I can't. The arrows are gone. I don't know why. What happened? Where did they go? Like arrows. What about the phone? Does the telephone? Telephone has arrows. The telephone has arrows. This NPC over here, that is this one, he has arrows. But the player, does the player have arrows? No. No fucking arrows. What the fuck happened to his arrows? You should fix your phone stream. What is wrong with... Oh, is my phone stream dead? Oh, it does look like something. No, wait a minute. No, the phone stream's fine. Oh, wait, maybe it's not. That's weird. It's streaming. Let me try this. There's like too many problems going on. Like, okay, here's OBS. This does indeed... Right now. OBS certainly... Okay, what if I do this? Oh, wait, no, that's recording. What if I do this? And then I do... But wait. Why isn't the vertical... That's really weird. All right. I am going to fix the mobile stream. By ending it. That's what I'm going to do. Knock fighters, if you're still there, come over to the come over to the desktop. I'll have to figure out the mobile stream later. All right, because I can only multitask so much. Okay. All right. Okay, you should. Okay, VACX. Press F while selecting the player. All right, press F. No. Down here. Okay, but that's just focus. Wait a minute. Now we're cooking with gas. How did this get so offset? What the hell happened? I guess I need to move the... Oh, I get it. I know what's happening. Because Matthew... No. This is entirely Matthew's fault. This is completely Matthew's fault. I can no longer select. You know what? That's it, Matthew. You're fired. I'm sorry. You know, you're fired. Yep. Nope. Completely. You're fired. You know, you're fired. VACX, you are now my new senior developer. Matthew, so long. Good luck. No, I'm kidding. Set center to local just below the scene view tab. Set center on what? I don't even know where the scene... Okay, this is the scene view tab. Center to local. Oh, wait, no, I just see I have center and pivot. Oh, wait, do I want this? Local. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Didn't work. I'll go back to the job board. Yeah, you had a good run, Matthew. You had a good run, but, you know, VACX came over. He really put the effort in. As a matter of fact, VACX 8, you're getting promoted. You're now VACX 9. There you go. To change your player height, it seems you're using a character controller. So instead of scaling with transform, change the character controller component itself. It has height. Look at this guy. Okay. So character controller. Wow, it does have height, doesn't it? So it does have height, which did absolutely nothing. Yeah. Yep. All right. I have an idea. Okay, we're going to clear that out. We're going to go to history. Reverse commit. Yes. All right, so we reversed the commit. We did that. And now it should work. Let's see if that works. Don't worry, Matthew. We can reverse the reverse. It's all right. I just want to make sure that I am not going insane. And Yeah, so if I click on that, and then, oh no, it was screwed up before this. Okay, we still have your pull requests. We still have your pull requests in GitHub. So what I'm going to do is I am going to reset current branch to this commit. And I'm going to do a local hard reset because that's a destructive change. Okay. And let's see if this works. And this should get me back to where I was. It's the Canvas 100. So I am going to let you, Matthew, figure that out. I'm going to let you figure that out because it's above my pay grade. No. I'm going to let you figure that out. But oh shit. Okay, there it is. Okay. So, are we back? Am I back to where I was before? No, I'm not. Okay, so maybe I did this. When did this nightmare happen? I am so confused. Okay, wait a minute. Let me do this. Git pull. Okay, so I should just be able to do git pull and it brings everything back down. So we get back with Matthew's changes. But when did I break all of this? Okay. I am going to continue. I'm going to move on with what I wanted to work on tonight because I completely got sidetracked. At least I know why I'm no longer seeing the arrows. I am going to have faith in Matthew that if he would like, I'm going to have faith in Matthew if he would like, so that I can click the player and press F and it will zoom in on the player, and that he has a height that makes sense. So I will humbly ask Matthew to look at that, and if you don't have time, or you don't want to, or whatever, that is fine. I just ask that I humbly request that you let me know. Okay, but what I wanted to work on. What did I want to work on? I wanted to work on at least. Okay, so dropping. So I was thinking about this way more than I should have been thinking about it. Than I was thinking about way more than I should have been thinking about it. So it seems to me that to pick something up is a little cumbersome. The way the mechanic works now is you have to press E to interact with it, and then you have to select a menu option, right? Like you go here and you press E, and then you have to. So I think that's fine because we're going to need a menu because there will be options, but there should be shortcuts, right? So what would be a good shortcut for if something is green, I can just press something to pick it up, right? Like maybe we do it with see, this is the problem. I don't play a lot of games. Like I've played a few games in my I love my three favorite games. I'm going to list my top 3 favorite games, not in any particular order, but Star Wars Galaxies. When that came out, oh my God, I was dating this girl. When Star Wars Galaxies came out, I was dating this girl, and I was not a big gamer. And her and I, at that point, we had been together for maybe 3 years, 3 or 4, 2, 3 years, maybe at that point. And I just remember her, just like she was terrible. She was a terrible person. She was a horrible person. But I just remember her just being really manipulative and just being like, I think you need help because you're addicted to the game. When literally I would come home from work and I would play for like 2 hours. And it's like, it's not like we had kids. It's right. It's not like I was leaving her to tend to the kids while I went into my man cave to play Star Wars Galaxies all night. No, what would happen is we would come home, or I would come home, and she would usually get home about a half hour after me, and then I would sit. I had an office at home. We would sit in the office, and I would play the game while she was like watching TV or doing whatever. Usually, she knitted a lot, but we would smoke pot. Like, we smoked so much pot, but she hated the fact that I was not paying attention to her. Like, and but so she was just like, I think you have a problem. I'm like, you're out of your mind. Like, I literally played the game like 2 hours a night. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. So Star Wars Galaxies. That's one of my top 5. It's one of my top 3 favorite games. The other favorite game of mine is Unreal Tournament 2004. Oh my God. I love that game. And honestly, what happened was Star Wars Galaxies kind of like, they had I don't know if Star Wars Galaxies, it had a combat update that was really controversial, and that's kind of when the player base just kind of died off, right? And then it just was never the same after that. But but right around the time that Star Wars Galaxies was kind of dying off, that's when I discovered Unreal Tournament, and I loved some Unreal Tournament. I loved me some Unreal Tournament. That game was, and I liked it also because it was good for like my ADHD, because you could pop in, play around, pop out, right? Like, it wasn't a commitment like if you were going to do like a raid in Star Wars Galaxies. And then my other favorite game, so Star Wars Galaxies, Unreal Tournament 2004, and then of course Cities Skylines, right? Like, I love a good builder, like a city builder. So those are, and I have dabbled in other games, right? But I don't play a lot of games. I just don't play a lot of games. So that's why I'm like sitting here like, okay, well, like, and I was literally searching through YouTube, trying to look for videos that kind of just showed, like, I think a good, like, obviously everybody has heard about Schedule 1, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can find videos that show like the mechanics of it, but I couldn't really find anything. And also, from what I could find, it didn't seem like there was any like pick something up mechanic. There was that trash mechanic, but you had to have like a little arm thing, and then, or, you know, like one of those little like grabber thingies. But I don't know if there's like a raw, like if you can raw dog pick up a trash with your hand. So Matthew says Q. And I think that would be good. So what we could do is we could have Q as the shortcut for picking up. Q could be a shortcut for picking up and equipping it. And then if it's equipped, Q would also be the shortcut for dropping whatever you have in your hand. I think that's reasonable. Okay, so how are we going to do that? How will we do that? So Matthew has this drop. Where did it go? Equipped item script. So we're in the equipped item script. We have this drop equipped item. And so this was one thing I was talking about, Matthew, that I was not a fan of with your PR, but I merged it anyway because it's pretty easy to change if we decide to change it. So this seems a little, and this is me being I will fully admit that this is me being a little pedantic with the language and being a little nitpicky. And also, this is probably something that if somebody told me this, I would be like, really? But honestly, if I was reviewing this at work, this is the type of change that I would write in the comment. It would be something to the effect of, I would write something like, normally I would use XYZ, but I'm fine with the way I'm fine with the way you did this if you don't feel like changing it. I would write something like that in the PR. So I would give the person the option. I'd be a little passive aggressive about it, but I would give the person the option to just leave it alone or change it. So this is a setter, and it seems a little redundant to me to have a set function in C# when the equality operator can be easily overridden. And I think that is what the get and set. So this is, oh, wait a minute. Item to equip. And then what we're doing is we're setting equipped item, right? So you would have something like public game What would it be? What would it be? What would it be? It would be public game object, right? Equipped item. Do I need? No, I don't need a parenthesis. So it would be, okay, so get, okay, so then the set would be this, right? Unless there's something I am not understanding or I'm forgetting or missing about C#. 1 second, guys. My wife brought me food. That was a good woman right there. All right. So that's what I that is my little nitpick about the PR. Like I would prefer to just like not, because setters and getters in C# kind of seem redundant for me, since you have this nice syntactic sugar to do it. Now, I guess, well, actually, no. I was going to say, well, I guess if your setter or your getter is going to be like 50 to 100 lines long, then maybe put it in a function. But then I would argue if your getter or setter is going to be 50 to 100 lines long, then you probably need to refactor your getter or setter if it's going to be that long. So I'm going to go with this. And again, this is just me being nitpicky. There's nothing wrong with this. Like this, okay. So this would actually be, I guess this would be value. Technically fine, but I prefer my gets and sets to be super small. If it has to do multiple things, I make it a method. I mean, that's a fair point too. Let me see. So I think this is essentially the same thing that you had, right? Because yeah, because you called what I already forgot what you called the variable. Let's look in. So you called it item to equipped, and I don't see item to equipped in here. So this should be fine. And then of course we need to change where you've called it. Oh, it's hot. Hot. All right. All right, so we just have this. All right. Equip the item script. Equip the item equals blah, 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 blah. Okay, we got that. Good. All right. So that should, let's make sure that compiles. And I guess we can make sure if it works too. And my wife is behind me. Oh, you want to say hi? Hi. Yeah. So literally, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I come in here, the animals could not care less. Like the animals could not care less. Now my wife comes in here. The dog and the cat immediately come in here after her. Like they are obsessed with her. Me, I'm chopped liver. They don't give a shit about me. But her, they're all over it. Those are her two real husbands, not me. All right. So let's give this a test run. I don't see any compilation. Oh, wait, there is a warning. I do not like warnings. Okay, dereference a possibly null value. I guess it is talking about the equipped item. What do we want to do there? Equipped item, equipped item. I mean, I guess we could do if... Oh, yeah, if not value... Drop item. Hopefully drop item doesn't. Okay, yeah, drop item will. So this is another thing that and no, I'm not going to change it. I prefer. See, in C++, it actually is a little quicker to return. It's actually slightly quicker to do this, to do equipped item, if equipped item equals null, return. And then have the rest of the, and then have everything else. Then, you just have everything else as normal. I don't know what it is in C#. I don't know. So if this was performance critical code in C++, I would comment on that. I would be like, it's quicker to just return early. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's. I guess we could ask AI. Maybe the AI might have some idea on that. Let's see. In C#, is it quicker to do? I guess we could make something up really quick. Void do it. Var foo. If not foo, return. Whoops. Oh my God. Come on. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't. I literally cannot close this menu. I cannot close this menu. Why does the internet hate me? Okay, thank you. I don't want to create an image. That's the thing. Okay, never mind. Just forget it. Just forget it. This is all Matthew's fault anyway. I can. VacX9, you're the lead admin. You're the lead. You're the technical lead on this project now. It's all yours. Okay. So if value dropped equipment, I guess this is fine. I guess. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So we're gonna run this, and then we're going to see. And then we're gonna implement Q, and then we might call it a night. We'll see. And then I'm gonna log back in, and Matthew's going to have added like multiplayer and AI bots, and it's just gonna be crazy. All right. We do returns first at work, but not aware of any performance benefit in C#. Fair. I wanted to ask AI, but Grok decided to Okay, let me try again. In C#, is there any oh wait, I guess I was doing it. Okay, but this is fine. Any performance benefit or performance difference between void do it var foo, and then if not foo, return. Do other stuff. All right, and then that. And then let me just modify it. All right. In C#, there is no significant performance I cannot talk. There is no significant performance difference between the two code snippets you provided. However, there are a couple of important points to clear. Okay, are you going to talk about like var? Okay, it's taking issue with like the this is such a programmer thing to do. Well, you're saying, I know you were just writing, I know you were just writing pseudocode, but that's actually not valid C# because I'm like, oh my God, it's such a programmer thing to do. Well, technically, technically, it's like, yeah, I know technically that this does okay. Well, I'll be fair. I didn't know that you couldn't pass var as a parameter in C#, but whatever. But like with the examples I'm giving, like technically, yes. Technically, it doesn't work. But also, technically, when explaining something to a executive level manager, they don't want to fucking know about memory page settings and whether or not. Oh my God. I don't need to get started. I don't want to get started. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. So if anybody from work happens to be listening, I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just venting, just about old experiences. Nothing now. Okay. What did I want to do? Oh, I'm actually playing. Okay. So let's, is the knife here? The knife is here. Easy. Equip. Okay. Oh. Now, wait a minute. Matthew. How did you do the rotation of the knife? Where is that done? Is that done? Because what I was going to do is I was going to have an equipped rotation. And I was going to have, and I don't know if this is the right way to do it. I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's the right way to do it. I was going to have the equipped rotation as part of the scriptable object. Let's see if you change that. So items, scriptable object, rusty knife. So I don't see anything like that. So somewhere you must be changing the rotation of the. Okay, is it here? Equipped item transform set local position and rotation. So vector quanterium identity. Once parented to the item position, set the local position and rotation to 0 so it matches the item position transform. Okay. So this is, if I understand this correctly. Well, I don't understand it correctly. Oh, okay. So you set the parent. So the way this works, if I understand it, you are setting the rotation of the object to the same rotation of the player object. I think that's what you're doing here. Let me know. Baby, there's no yum yum sauce. No, it's okay, honey. I'm just teasing. I don't need it anyway. So I'm going to comment this out to see if my understanding is correct. Right. So let me see. So if my understanding is correct, when I pick up the knife, it should remain the same rotation that it is when I picked it up. So let's go over here. And of course, I mean, my understanding is correct. Of course it is, because I am a genius. Okay. All right. So I get that. That makes sense. Okay. So Q should be the shortcut for picking it up, and then Q should be the dropped item shortcut. Or, yeah. So Q should be the shortcut for picking up or dropping whatever you have equipped. And Matthew even says, perhaps we could listen for the item dropped action here. Yes, I believe we should. No, where is it? Is it get key? Okay, get key down. Let me click over here. Oh, not W, Q. Okay, so we should be able to. This should be dropped, but I kind of want the shortcut for dropped and picked up to be in the same thing, which means that the equipped item needs to know what we're looking at. Okay, but let's see if dropped works. Okay. And then if we go over here, and we dropped it. Perfect. All right. So we have that working. Now we need the shortcut for picking it up is going to be a little bit trickier. So let's check this in. Edit logic to drop an item. All right, we got that. Easy. Good, good, good. Man, we are cooking with fire now. All right. So, how do we want to do this? All right, let me I got to remember where the is it somewhere under the player is the logic to display the help text. So, let's look at help text. Excuse me. Player interactor? Check interactions, blah, blah, blah. If Raycat... Okay, so here it is. First thing I clicked on because, again, I'm a genius. I think what we could do... Player interactor. Player interactor is attached to the player, I believe. Let me see. Is it attached to the camera? Okay, player interactor script. This script is attached to the main camera, which is a child of the player object. Thank you, AI. So since it's a child of the player object, we should be able to get the player interactor script so we can add a... How do we do this? We want to add player interactor. We should just be able to do... Let me think about this. Why does this happen in Visual Studio? Like, why can't I collapse? Why can't I collapse code? Like, what happened? Where's my collapsible code? Where is it? If I add a region, yeah, fine. In region, is that collapse? That even the regions aren't collapsible. Why is my C# code not collapsible? That really grinds my gears. Oh boy, does that grind my gears. Okay, excuse me. I think we could just, so what we could do is we just have basically a reference to this. I guess it would be the player interactor. Does it, wait. Does it need to be the player interactor script? No, it doesn't even need to be the player interactive script. What we could do. So what I'm thinking is here in check interactions, if we actually are looking at something that has this interactable component, if we have something that has this interactable component, we can set it to a public variable in here that the script over on the left-hand side can just basically get. So if you press Q, I know what object I'm looking at, and then I just pick it up. This is one reason I prefer Community. Is that an IDE? The Community IDE? I don't know what you're talking about then. Oh, you're talking about Visual Studio? Like full-fledged Visual Studio? No. I'll use Visual Studio if I'm... Oh, shit. When's the last time I've even used... I mean... I have 22 on here, but I never use it. I've literally started to just come and prefer Visual Studio Code. I didn't... Visual Studio Community, the data... Yes, I know. It's not. It's actually not. Like, Visual Studio Code is its own thing outside of Visual Studio. I mean, Visual Studio has been around since the 90s. Maybe the 80s, I'm not sure. But Visual Studio Code is basically a ground-up... I don't want to say rewrite of Visual Studio, because it's not, but it's a ground-up project. Now, Visual Studio Code is definitely inspired by Visual Studio, but Visual Studio for a long time, and probably still to some extent, I just don't use it as much, but Visual Studio was the number one reason that I was on Windows for so long, because the debugger in Visual Studio is stellar. And still, it's been a long time since I've had to do it, because I mostly work on Mac, and the debuggers in Mac have gotten really good. But there were times like a few years ago when I needed to debug something, and the debuggers on Mac for a long time were shit. And I would. There were times when I was like, nope, I need Visual Studio. I need my Visual Studio, because the debugger in Visual Studio is still number one. It's second to none. It's wonderful. But it's also very heavy. All right. I just didn't know what you meant when you called it community. I have the Pro Edition, I'm pretty sure. Let me try something. Sorry, I don't want to. I'm trying not to like chew in your ear. I don't even know that I've loaded up this copy of Visual Studio. I know I installed it, obviously. I just want to see what things look like. Ugh, no, it's all right. I've grown to like Writer through work. Debugger is also very good, but Community is my main. I mean, again, Visual Studio's debugger, it's still top notch. It's the best. But on Mac for a long time, I should say for a long time, Mac's debuggers were absolute crap, but they've gotten better. Like there were times that I like the best debugger for a long time was Xcode. And Xcode, I hate Xcode. I mean, Xcode, it's like Apple said, we want to create an IDE and we want to do everything. We don't want to do anything like any other IDE on the market. And so they made these decisions just to make just for the sake of being different. Like literally just for the sake of being different. Like Xcode was horrible. It has gotten better. But I use Visual Studio Code when I'm on my Mac, mostly. But the C++ support for Visual Studio Code was crap for a long time. So Visual Studio Code was my editor, but if I needed to do like serious debugging, I would have to go to Xcode. I would also use CLion, and then also Qt Creator. Like Qt Creator is also a very good IDE. But if you're on Windows and you need to do debugging, Visual Studio is where it's at. All right. Sorry, I'm going to eat my dinner. My wife gave me way too much food. But it's really good. And she has purposely told me that she wants me to be fat because she doesn't want women looking at me. And I mean, the women, they can't resist this. I mean, come on, let's get real. All right. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do... So this gets the interactable component of the thing it's hit. What is Collider? Is Collider a game object? In this line, what type of object is Collider? It's Collider's its actual own type. Duh. Okay. Well, what is hit? Is hit? Oh, it's a raycast hit. Okay. Well, what do I need? I need the game object. I'm sure that it's somewhere like in Raycast Hit or something like that. Okay. How can I get the game object of the hit? I'm sure you can. I mean, obviously there's a... Oh, okay. Interactable. Oh, okay. It's just hit. Okay. That's very easy. So what we can do here... I'm not going to do that. We'll just have a nullable game object. I know that if Razman was here, this would give him a heart attack, but that's okay. Game object nullable, and we will call it, I don't know, the object being looked at. That's I'm not against long variable names, but the object being looked at, that's a little too long. How about focused object? Focused object. Okay. And then I don't know if you have to do this in C#, but let's just do it anyway. Okay, so focused object. Clear focus will clear that. And then focused object will be, what was it? It was hit collider game object. Okay, that and then. Right. Okay, thank you, AI. Focused objects. Now we should be able to get, okay, that's public. I feel like it should have a capital name. All right, focused object, even though the rest don't, but whatever. Okay. So I need to get this player interactor script here. So I should be able to do that. So I should have a private player interactor. It doesn't need to be nullable. I guess it does, right? Maybe it doesn't. Let's see if Let's see if C# complains. This is like one of those things I still don't quite understand. So we need awake. And then here AI says, okay, interactor get component play. It's not, wait. Is equipped item? Wait, equipped item might be on the player. Is equipped item on the player? I think it is. It's somewhere on the player. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's actually put this in the comments. Oh, this script is attached to the player character and defines... Okay, yeah. Okay, so it was in the comments. All right, so this should work. I feel like that should throw an error, but whatever. Okay, so interactor should be non-null at that point. Let's just do this, just for the sake of it. And then... player interactor, and then so if I press Q, so I tend to prefer like, again, this is like one of those little, like, just little things, but I tend to I prefer to have the positive conditions first and the negative conditions last, and or like the non-zero conditions first and the non-zero condition, or in the zero conditions last. So if interactor, wait a minute. No, that's not what I'm looking at. Yeah. Interactor with an exclamation point dot focused object. Yes. Okay. AI, don't give me that much. You're giving me like too much AI, but okay. Not equal null. Press Q. Now, we could get fancy. Like, if you press Q and you're already holding something, we could just have it drop that thing, right? Okay, so you've pressed Q. This is going to be the else. So we kind of do want this. So could that be optimized if you press Q? Okay, but we don't know if we're going to drop it until we have a focused object. Okay, so if equipped item not equal, then we just come down here. We drop the item. Drop equipped. Okay, let me just do this. This is interesting. I didn't. you can like send messages to other objects. Well, how does the object listen for that message? Is there a message handler, like an on message event you can tap into? I'm not going to use it here, but that's good to know. That's good to know. My music stopped. Do you guys prefer the music with or without music? Let me know. Okay. All right, so we can just do that. Oh, I'm already I'm already doing it here. No, wait. If not value. Oh, I can okay, I see what that's doing. Oh, wait a minute. Is that going to cause an issue? Wait. Cuz I want to set equipped item. I was thinking could I just use the setter? But yeah, it should be fine actually. It should be fine. So I should just be able to do this, right? Like that should work. So what I should do also, I need to add so where's the item interaction script? Take equipped is the name of the function. I really think that I should be using the, you prefer it with music. Okay. I really think I should be using Unity's event system, but for now we're going to use this like hackish. It's not really hackish. I think it's kind of not trying to toot my own horn. And I'm honestly not, but I think it's more of a. I think this is a in its own, on its own, it's an elegant solution to use attributes for kind of command delegation. But if there is a built-in command delegation for in Unity, if there's built-in command delegation, which I believe there is, then you probably want to use that. But I just don't know how to use it, so that's why I'm using this. Okay. I completely forgot what I was doing. There was something. Oh, I needed to do I wanted to put the take equipped function onto the phone. Okay, so what I need to do then is I need to go to the scriptable object of the phone, and I need to do take equip, and then description. Pick up the damn phone. This will also be a good test to see if I don't know if the menu will get wide automatically. Back to light mode this stream. Yeah, because we only have like 2 people listening. I told you the rule is if I have more than 5 listeners concurrently, then we'll go to dark mode. But finance bro, maybe when I'm when I'm a big time streamer, maybe then. But for now, I'm just a little old guy. I'm just a little old me. I got compiler errors. What we got going on here? Non-nullable field equipped item position must contain a non-null value when exiting constructor. Consider declaring the field as nullable. What changed? I mean, I guess I can just do this. But I feel like something changed. I'm not quite sure what changed. Let me get... Where's the music? All right. Dark mode could be a way to get more viewers, No, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced of that. I'm not convinced that changing the dark mode is going to bring the viewers in. But you know what, Finance Bro? Since you came here 2 nights in a row, just for you, Finance Bro, just for you. Where's the one I liked? Where's my Tokyo Drift? Okay, we'll go with this one. Just for you, Finance Bro. I hate this. Personally, I can't stand this, but just for you, man. We're going to do it just for you. All right. right? Let me know if the music's too loud. All right. We do have warnings, which I'm not a big fan of, so let's get rid of those. What is this? Cannot convert null literal to non-nullable reference type. Current focus, is that non-nullable? It is. What is current focus anyway? It's the interactable object. Oh, wait a minute. Could I just do... Okay. No. I think it's fine. Not sure says dark. Not sure. I'm doing it for Finance Bro. It's because Finance Bro asked nicely. I was saying the rule is I need 5 viewers or more, concurrent viewers or more, in order to switch to dark mode. But we're trying a little experiment. Finance Bro said dark mode could be a way to get viewers. I personally think that is BS, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try. If we like shoot up to like 8 viewers, then maybe there's some legitimacy to that claim. I personally think it's BS, but you know, hey, I am very seldomly, very rant. Like it doesn't happen often, but I can be wrong every now and then. All right, so let's see. So we can pick. Okay, this should have interactive. And does this have a? Yeah. Oh, okay. There's a bug you could work on, Matthew. Look at that. Okay, so I should be able to pick it up. There it is. Perfect. And then let's see. Can I drop it? No. Okay. Why not? All right. Let's attach this. Oh, okay. Let's go in here. I need my back scratcher. Where the heck is my back scratcher? I was going to say my wife is back there, but no, I'm not going to do that. No. All right, let me see. Okay, so we go over here. We'll press Q. Q should drop it, but okay. So we hit the breakpoint. If interactor focused object is not equal to null. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I see the problem. No, I don't see the problem. I quit too soon. That means, okay. Oh, no, we should get in here. Oh, but we're going in. Oh, I broke too soon. Okay, wait a minute. Let me do that again. Oh, I disconnected. I detached. All right, let's try it again. Am I attached? Okay, I'm attached. Okay. So we're not looking at anything, so we should escape out of this. Not escape, but you know what I mean. Did we was there an exception? Is interactor null? Interactor might be null, guys. I should probably see if this debug log error, like it, you know, as a programmer, tell me if you guys do this. Like as a programmer, I believe in writing like helpful log messages, right? Like log messages like, oh, this error happened. Oh, this thing didn't initialize correctly. And I never consume the log messages. I don't want to say never, but I very rarely look at the log messages. How many times have you been like doing like debugging and then you debug something and you realize, oh, it was doing this. Oh, and I actually do print a log message if it does this. And oh, it actually did print the log message when it did this, but you didn't look at the logs. So that happens to me all the time. I should probably just look at the logs. All right, let's start this over. I don't know why my music is not playing anymore. Did I accidentally turn off continuous, like... That's weird. Give me a second, boys. All right. I've got one viewer right now. I'm going back to light mode in a second. All right, let's start this over. Equipped item script requires a player interactor component on the same game object. What? Equipped item script, which is this. Requires a player interactor component on the same game object. I thought I had that. There's equipped item. Where's player interactor? Player interactor. This script is attached to the main cam. Oh, so equipped item and player interactor are not equipped to this. They're not on the same object. Okay, that's easy enough to get around though. So equipped item needs player interactor, which is on the main camera. I'm going to ask AI. Iterate through the game objects children looking for player interactor. Let's see what AI comes up with. Is there no other? No, there's got to be a better way to. No. That's a dumb way to do it. No. So here's the issue. Equipped item. Oh, now I'm thinking I could just move equipped item to the main camera, but that feels wrong. That feels wrong. So equipped item is looking for this player interactor script. The player interactor script is on main camera. Now, main camera is a child of player. So this is a question for AI. I'm just going to ask AI, unless Matthew answers me before then. I color my debugs. Red for, yeah, I color mine too. I always forget to, I always forget to turn the color on. The main code base I work on, the color logs are optional, and I always forget to turn it on. There are fine component children methods, something like that anyway. All right, let's see. So would it be, let's see, interactor equals, well, it's AI is saying get component in children. But equipped, wait. Yeah, that might work. Let's see if that works. All right, let's attach. Come over here. All right, let's run. I finished my soda, boys. I ate most of my dinner too. Okay. Oh. I'm sitting here like, why isn't Unity running? It's because it's already broken. Okay. Interactor is debug console. Okay. Interactor found something. That's good to know. That's good. Okay. So we got that. Now let's see what happens. Go pick up the phone. I promise you, in about 30 years, no, 50 years, when like we're all gone, this is how big phones are going to be. Not sure it says light mode, please. Dark mode feels weird. I'll change it in a second. Be true to yourself. Don't listen to the peanut gallery. You know, you're right, because Finance Bro literally came in, got me to change to dark mode, and then just left. Like, I mean, that. What would you expect from a Finance Bro? They just use you and leave. That's all they do. Okay, so we're over here. Okay. Oh, I was like, why isn't it working? Okay, let's see. So we had Q down. Okay, we should have no focused object. Okay. We come in here. And then, okay, so this looks good. I'm just going to let it run. And then I'm going to get rid of this. And let's see. No, it did work. It did work. Now, it didn't quite work like I thought. Like, I thought it would, like, fall to the ground. But that might be... Yeah, because it just stays however I put it. Now, I guess one thing, since this is really big, we can also try this. Let's see. If we come in... And the shortcut for picking it up works, too. So that's pretty good. I'm wondering if the reason it's not falling to the ground is because it doesn't have a rigid body. Let's check that. I gotta find it first. Oh, it's under items. Phone, prefab, mesh, box collider. No, it does not have a rigid body. So I don't know if I can. I guess I can just add a rigid body. And now it's going to fall to the ground when the game begins, I believe. Let's see. I think it will. Oh. All right, so we come over here. Oh, it didn't fall. Interesting. Okay. So we picked it up. Okay, so it falls after I pick it up. It's always a collider. No. So the collider is for collisions, obviously. It's on the name, but the collider is also with the raycast. Like you need a collider for the raycast to collide with it. That I learned. But the rigid body is what makes it susceptible to physics. But I'm curious to know why it doesn't fall at the beginning of the game. But now it just looks like it's a matter of it just being balanced. I tried jumping into it. Oh wait, no, I tried running into it. Man, why wouldn't it fall over? I don't know. I don't know much about the... Okay, but we got that, so that's cool. And then now the knife. We pick the knife up. Oh, wait. Let's use our shortcut. So Q to pick it up. Oh, look, that knife is so ready. That knife is so ready to do some stabbing. Okay, and then... Now I'm going to press Q, and it should drop the knife and pick up the phone. There's the knife. I'm carrying the phone, and now let's try it the other way. Oh, sweet. Sweet. I'm going to stab you. I am so close to stabbing you.
You're under arrest.
I'm so close to stabbing you. Look, I'm already stabbing him.
You're under arrest.
All right, that's a lot of fun. Okay. So we're so close to stabbing that guy. I'm probably going to get demonetized, but this channel's not monetized, so okay. So let's see. What did we do? We changed the... Oh yeah, we added the ability to pick up the phone. We modified the prefab. Oh yeah, we added the rigid body to the prefab. And then we added some code, and then we did some more code, and we're good. Okay. Added a shortcut to pick up and drop items. All right, perfect. So, just use blue alien blood. No, because remember, these things are going to be these things are going to be human. Like it's not an alien game; it's a human game. Just remember that. Oh, you know one thing that really burned my butter. So last night, I guess when I ended the stream, because you dorks, not sure, or you Matthew, but the other dorks that were in the room last night, they convinced me to change to dark mode. So I changed the dark mode on this and I didn't undo it. And then and since everything's all linked to the same account, right? I go downstairs this morning and I, to like start my day and like start working. I load up Visual Studio Code. It's in fucking dark mode. I was so pissed. You know what? I'm never changing. There you are. My sweetness. Oh, my lovey sweetness light mode. Oh no, I could never leave you light mode. Never, never, never. Oh, never leave me again, light mode. Never leave me again. All right, boys. I think I'm going to end it there. I think we made some good progress tonight. It's like I feel that like the more we get the mechanics down, the faster things kind of start going along, right? Like the more we get things in place, the faster things start happening. Like, we still have like, remember we spent all that time on the health bar. Now the health bar works really not well, but we can just we can pick up a knife and then we can use our shortcut. And then we can. I just really. I just want to go. I want to scratch the cell phone screen. Is the cell phone upside down? I think it's upside down. Yeah, it is. The arrow even tells me. Let's Really? Would that be that would be what axis is that? That's on the is that the Z axis? If I want to do a rotation 180, I guess. Yeah. Okay. RGB equals XYZ. Says not sure. I guess so. Are you working tomorrow night? Not sure. I know you were saying you're working 6 jobs. Jesus, I was hoping I'd be able to take my dog on a WALK like before bed, but it is pouring outside. Oh, R is red X. Oh, so you were literally being serious. RBG equals XYZ. That's it. That's good to know. I didn't even think about that. That's cool. I mean, it's been raining all day. And the worst part is it's not even like cold. It's been humid. Like, look at dew point at 60. Like that is a disgusting. I mean, it's not as bad as it gets sometimes, but that's a humid. It's a humid 64 degrees. Cloudy with rain develop. I mean, I would prefer cold than rain. I would prefer snow, honestly. Let me see what it's going to be tomorrow. Rain. Wait a minute. Is it supposed to stop raining? It's supposed to stop raining later tonight. Then tomorrow just be cloudy. All right, I can live with that. What's it going to be like this weekend? Oh, God. Oh, summer's coming. I hate it so much. 86 degrees on Saturday. Like, I was hoping to, like, actually, like, do some stuff in my garage. So here's what I have. So remember that business idea I was telling you about, Not Sure, where I was talking like, okay, I want to have that, like, that file transfer system, right? And what do you need for that? You need a lot of hard drive space. Well, I just happen to have access to a lot of storage space physically. But in order to use it, I need a PCIe slot. Well, I do have some PCIe slots. I have one in this computer, but I don't want to use this computer because this is my daily drive. I have 3 daily drives, but this is one of them. Well, so I have an old case of a Dell workstation, and then I have another PC computer that I want to put the PCIe card into. However, the computer into which I want to put it, the case is physically not big enough. So, but the the other Dell computer I have is dead, but it's a really big case. So I want to I have an HP computer, but AI said I should be able to take the motherboard and everything from the HP computer, put it into the case of the Dell computer, and then be able to take the PCIe card that I have and put that into it with all the storage. So that's a project I want, and like I always wanted to be one of those guys that's like out in the garage until midnight working on something, like, and then the wife is like, "Are you going to come back inside?" I'm like, "No, I'm working in the garage." What is this? What are you showing me that for? This is a family stream. But it's like, "No, I'm working in the garage." And then my wife is like, "But you're always in the garage." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm a man." Like, that's what I want, right? Like, that's what I want. File servers don't need a lot of CPU or RAM. They don't. They just need a lot of storage space. And that's what I have. So anyway, so I want to do that. So I was thinking like, well, you know what? Like, kind of like doing all this like stuff, like this, like transferring, moving, unscrewing tools and manly things. That would be something suitable for the garage. And then I could spend all day in there. And then eventually my wife would be like, "Are you going to come back inside?" I'm going to be like, "No, I'm working in the garage." And then like I could even call my buddy up and be like, "Hey man, I'm working in the garage. You want to come over?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, let's hang out in your garage." And then like that's what I want. That's the dream. Like that is the dream. But I see now it's going to be like 86 degrees on Saturday. So I don't know. Though my garage does have a mini split inside of it. It came with a mini split. Like I got the owner of this house before I lived here, he spent a lot of time in the garage because it was like he was working in the garage. He was doing manly stuff. And I'm sure him and his wife got into many fights because she was like, "Are you going to come inside?" And he's like, "No, I'm working in the garage." So he put a mini split in the garage. So like, it's not like it could be 100 degrees. As long as I turn the AC on, I'll be fine. Not Sure says Addie's Garage. Yeah. I should stream from there. I was actually thinking about streaming when I'm trying to do the computer, like move the motherboard from one to the other. I was thinking about streaming that. Don't forget a mini fridge for the coolest of beverages. So here, it's funny you mentioned that. So at work, the building that we're in, our lease is up at the end of July. And we have the only reason, like, we're completely remote now. Ever since COVID, we're completely remote. The only reason we still have a physical space is for a lab, right? But now we've decided that we're going to, the lab we have, we're going to be renting space at one of the data centers nearby and just put the stuff, like physically move the stuff into the data center and blah, 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 blah. So we're not going to have the office, we're not going to have the office space anymore, which is kind of sad, but whatever, it is what it is. Well, there's a bunch of stuff in the office, like a lot of chairs and a lot of TVs and monitors, and like there's tons of stuff in the office. And one of the things that happens to be in the office is a frigid air glass refrigerator, right? It's not a refrigerator freezer. It's a refrigerator specifically for beverages, and it has a glass front. And so I was asking like the facilities guy, I was like, "Hey, like what happens to this fridge? Like with the with the move, like what happens to the fridge?" And he's like, "I mean, if nobody takes it, it's going to the garbage." And I'm like, huh. So I was considering bringing it home, but the only place I really have to put it is in the garage. So maybe, I mean, I should stream from the garage, honestly. Like I could so, I don't know. So I could and I know you said a mini fridge. It's not even a mini fridge. It's a full, like 6 foot tall fridge. And I know 6 feet means nothing to you, Matthew, because you're one of those weirdos, but 6 feet, I don't really know like meters, but it's probably like 10,000 meters tall. Like it's a big fridge. So no, I know it's probably about 2 meters, but yeah. Garage fridges are great. I know. Though, what I really need in my garage is running water, and then I could have a bathroom in there, and then I could put a bed in there, and then a TV, and I could just live in there. I just live in the garage. I think my wife would love that. Like if I'm in the garage and she has the whole house. No, I'm kidding. All right, boys. I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to try. It has been a challenge all day getting the dog to go potty because, he's a princess and he doesn't like to go out and get his little feet wet, but he's going to have to because I do not want him pissing in the house. But yeah, so this is, I think we did, we made some great progress. I mean, the fact that, wait a minute. Oh no, I was thinking we could, pick him up, but we can't. So the reason, one of the other things I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, Matthew, was so this menu. Oh, this menu system is different. So I kind of implemented this menu system as I was learning kind of like how I wanted to have the menu structure work in general. So I need to go back and add him to like the interactable system. This is slightly different, but I should be able to put the interactable script onto this NPC object. And so like as a matter of fact, wait a minute. So the Sun NPC, he does have it. He has an interactable script, but it's not item interaction. He's not an item. He's something else. That's right. I forgot about that. So it acts differently because of it's all interactable, but there's item interactable, and then there's something else. What did I call it? NPC. Oh, NPC interact menu. Is that it? No? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, because this is where I've added the listeners. But I kind of want to bring that into the fold and kind of how I did it with the items. But that's a refactoring exercise that we'll do another day. But for now, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to make my dog go take a leak, and then I'm going to get in bed because I love being in bed. All right, boys. Yeah, thanks for joining. I will be back tomorrow at my normal time, Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Not Sure says he needs to find a second job, so that means you have no excuse for not being here. And hope to see you guys back here. Until then, take care. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.